We're getting off the freeway because we need to go measure ourselves. Wow. 2 police cars. Someone probably called on us.
At our first harvest hose.
In Winery, Texas, at a winery. So pretty.
Ground is so soft, I'm afraid to unhitch the truck. The alligator ranch? You get to ride an airboat. Before we left Idaho, we signed up for the Harvest Host program. And we had stayed in the RV parks a couple times and we thought, let's try Harvest Host. Let's see what that has to offer. Mm-hmm. So we jumped on the app that night and found Whistling Duck. I didn't know if we should just pull in. This was our first Harvest Host. We didn't know what the protocol was. So we kind of stopped for a minute, but then Stan, the host,
he was awesome.
He jumped on his ATV, came racing out to us, and basically just guided us in.
We made it. We made it. Just getting ready to call you. I don't know exactly where to go.
Free use of his land. He's like, yeah, just park over here. Park.
Make yourself at home.
Yeah, sun's going to come up over on that side, and it's going to set over there. I think this was day 7 for us. The Whistling Duck ground was a little bit soft. And so we pull in there, and at that point, we're a little nose high, and we're a little slanted. And I wasn't going to pop the slides being in that configuration.
Yeah,
and
when I heard you say that, I was like, oh, how's that going to work?
We spent the night talking to Greg and Angela, sun setting. Greg he was a voice actor.
Yeah, that's definitely a highlight of my trip, just was meeting people. And Greg and Angela were awesome. They gave us a lot of really good tips. That was something else that I loved, was that you can converse with people and they're sharing things they've learned because, you know, we're newbies. We wanted to support the winery, so we wanted to buy something from there, but we don't drink wine. Ever. But Greg and Angela told us about
Chocolate Duck.
This Chocolate Duck wine from the winery, and it is, I have to say, it's amazing. They also had salsa. And the winery doesn't make the salsa, but someone from around here in Texas. Yeah, Texas makes the salsa.
We're standing at our front door, the slides are closed, and we tried the salsa.
And you loved it.
My goodness, was that salsa good.
Yep. We just bought them out. We went back in, and we just bought all their peach salsa.
How many things of salsa do we have now?
I don't know, at least 8. 8 of them, probably.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We cleaned off their shelves. So we're not level. And the ground is so soft, I'm afraid to unhitch the truck and try to make us level. Because our tires are just sinking in. We can't put out the slides. And this is what it's like when we can't put out the slides. So we can't even walk into here. And Maddie can't get into the back door. Every time that we've leveled out before, I unhitched the truck. I was afraid that stabilizer would go down in the dirt. This dirt is really soft. You can see our ruts in the tire prints. So I was afraid that they would go down, and I don't have the blocks. I only have like the Anderson round things, and I have snap pads, and I haven't installed the snap pads yet. So I was very afraid that they were going to puncture down and just kind of sink down, and then I would have a problem getting it high enough to hitch again.
Let's just sleep standing up right now. I'm so tired. Like,
I say we just eat more salsa.
That's a really good idea. We're gonna finish a jar.
I am. We got to sleep without the slides out, so with opposing slides, we couldn't get to anything in the kitchen or living room. And Maddie ended up not sleeping in her room, so she slept in the master. So there was 5 of us sleeping between the master and the front door. So Maddie and myself and Eileen slept on the bed. Sarah chose a different location, and Hannah slept on the floor down by Sarah. Yes.
It wasn't the best night of sleep.
No, it was terrible.
No, it was terrible. But it was beautiful.
But you
here.
wake up to a beautiful sunrise.
It was amazing. off the freeway because we need to go measure ourselves.
Well,
the week we bought the rig, we did measure it when it was attached to the truck. So we knew the height of our rig.
we're safe,
for a tenth of a mile.
but it makes me nervous.
We're driving down the I-10, we're almost into Houston, and it was the first time that we had seen any kind of signs with height restrictions on a freeway. There's yellow flashing lights and it said tall loads need to exit.
And we saw semi-trucks actually exiting.
So that started putting confidence issues with us. And there's multiple things that led up to that, because we knew our height, or we thought we knew our height, but right before we left, we put a new pin box on the rig and we put airbags on the truck.
And we didn't remeasure.
And we never remeasured.
So it all was coming into play, the confidence.
Well, and that and the GPS.
Turn left onto Spring Street in a tenth of a mile.
Now look, this is a truck route. I was juggling with Apple Maps and the trucker map, and nothing had indicated anything about height.
This is where we're going to run into a problem, because I don't know where I can pull in and get back out.
So we get off in an exit, and an exit that we should not have taken. And it's kind of a small area, and we find a place to actually pull into next to an old warehouse where we can actually stop and remeasure.
That's to the ground?
So now we confirmed the height, and now we're worried about getting off the street, because right up onto the left where we got to go,
it's a low power line. It looked low.
Yeah, this road doesn't look fun.
No, what about that wire?
Right there? See that one cross? Worried about those wires right there. Well, so that's the only low wire going. So if we turn left right there, traffic's bad, but that's the only low wire.
You know, it's just the whole day was just snowballing. I think at this point, our confidence level was 0. So we needed to go measure that. We don't know how tall we are. We're stuck in a big city.
I know how tall we are. We just don't have the confidence to know how tall we are.
This is what happens when you don't have confidence with the size of your rig. So here he is. This is kind of like, it's funny, but it's really... This is one of those moments where you wonder, what were we thinking? Now the cops are out here. He's probably like, what are these people doing?
All right, well,
Okay.
this is a two-way road, right? Honey,
Oh my
pay
gosh.
attention to me, because the cops
I'm
get
trying. I'm looking at the road. And
I know,
it's
because
so
I got to come
small.
down through here.
Okay. There's like 8 cars here just staring. 2 police cars. Who knows? Someone probably called on us.
the one thing that we learned through this is obviously be confident on our height.
Write that down, whatever it was.
It's 13.6, it's what we thought, it's what we said it was.
Apple Maps and using the trucker app, that's just not working for us. We need to do something different.
We need to get out and stretch our legs. That was the problem, wasn't it?
Yeah. Any excuse to get out and stretch legs.
If you full-time or if you have the navigation down, please leave in the comments below what your system is, what your setup is. I would love to hear that. We definitely need to make some changes.
It was good to get out of Houston and get to the next stop.
Standing at another harvest host tonight, and we are going to do the alligator ranch. You get to ride an airboat.
Which I had never even seen one before.
It wasn't, I guess, the season for the alligators to be out there. There was only a couple.
There was another one hanging around here in the water on the other side of the track. Might have got up on the bank by now.
The swamp was pretty cool.
There he is right there, John. Right in front of him. Look at the big alligator.
Yeah, it was all about the ride. Minutes, like racing
Whipping
back
us
and
around.
forth and
That was
hitting
so
bumps.
And you got sick, but I loved it.
Right. They kind of have this enclosure area, and I don't know how many alligators they had in there. I think they're close to 100. But there's alligators everywhere. And the best part for me, oh my gosh,
You got to hold one.
I got to hold an alligator. And it looked like a baby alligator, but he said it was 2 years old.
One thing they love that head petted. It gives them a relaxing, calming feeling.
Now that
Almost
noise
like
he's
you getting a
making,
neck. It's kind of, he's agitated,
is he?
being handled. Usually a lot of times it's used as a warning sound. It's like a rattlesnake's rattle.
Uh-huh.
And The bigger gators, their hiss are really loud. Ain't nothing like his hiss.
Now, how old is this guy?
2 years old. The sun was out most of the day, so that's the reason why they're up on land. If it had been like this all day, overcast, none of these be on land. They'd all be in the water. One thing they don't like touch is their nose. Their nose is the most sensitive part of their bodies. So if an adult gator's coming at you, you can punch them in the nose, They'll run from you every time. You gotta be accurate though, because that's kind of where the teeth are at too, you know?
And this is the very first time that we've seen anything with height restrictions on the freeway. What happened?
I don't know.
We are in... I don't remember where we're at.
We verified that we did know that Sarah laughs in the middle of my sentences. Why are you laughing?
Just everything. I'm thinking of all of it.
Okay,
and no.
And this time we're staying at a...
Verified.
Sorry, I don't know.
You measured. No, Sarah.
Staying in another Harvest Host tonight, and we are going to do a... And I cannot do it.
And you just look at that, you see you got game face on. All right.